Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naurin. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Biden says he thinks he could have beaten Trump in the 2024 election. Biden says the family is growing with arrival of great-grandchild. Trump shares controversial map showing Canada as part of the US. Trump asks Supreme Court to delay sentencing in New York hush money case. Germany and France warn Trump over Greenland control threat. Los Angeles wildfires kill 2 and displace thousands. Governor Hochul expands suicide prevention efforts for first responders and veterans with $2 million grant. Mexico president responds to Trump's fentanyl tariff threat. China criticizes Taiwan for overhyping subsea cable damage. Philippines arrests 400 foreign nationals in online scam operation. Shakib fails bowling action test again, challenging his Champions Trophy spot. And Dani Olmo and Paul Victor cleared to play for Barcelona temporarily. You are listening to Headlines, now news in details. President Joe Biden recently said he thinks he could have defeated Donald Trump in the 2024 election but admitted doubts about serving a full second term. In an interview published earlier this week, Biden told USA Today, "I think yes," when asked if he could have won, though he dropped out of the race in July. Biden explained that polls he reviewed made him confident about defeating Trump, but added, "I don't know," when asked about completing another term as president. His decision to withdraw from the race came after months of pressure from Democratic leaders and criticism following a poor debate performance in late June. When he stepped down, Biden endorsed Kamala Harris as the Democratic candidate, calling her leadership the best way forward. Despite his confidence, Trump won the election with 312 electoral votes, while Harris secured 226. Reflecting on his presidency, Biden noted his long experience with world leaders helped him navigate global changes. As of today, Biden has shifted his focus to fulfilling his duties during his remaining months in office. He believes his decision to step aside was in the nation's best interest. President Joe Biden shared earlier that he was set to become a great-grandfather as his eldest granddaughter, Naomi Biden, welcomed her first child today. Naomi, the 31-year-old daughter of Hunter Biden, had announced her pregnancy in November and was scheduled for a cesarean section. Speaking in an interview last Sunday, Biden expressed excitement about the new addition to the family, saying, "I'm about to be a great-grandfather." Naomi, who married Peter Neal in 2022 at the White House, made history as the first presidential grandchild to wait there. President Biden, who has 7 grandchildren, often says he communicates with them daily. He also spoke about his son Hunter, whom he pardoned last month, highlighting Hunter's progress in overcoming addiction and his work in earth and prevention programs. The interview also touched on Biden's upcoming departure from office. He reflected on his decision to exit the 2024 race, stating he believed he could have beaten Donald Trump but was uncertain about completing another term. As Biden leaves office later this month, he remains focused on family and cherishing this new chapter as a great-grandfather. President-elect Donald Trump shared a map on his Truth Social account showing Canada as part of the United States. Alongside the map, he wrote, "All Canada." This post followed his earlier comments about using economic force to incorporate Canada into the US, an idea he has discussed since his election victory in November. Speaking at his Mar-a-Lago residence after his election win was certified, Trump stated, "You get rid of that artificially drawn line, and it's better for national security." He also criticized Canada's low military spending, saying, they rely on our military. It's unfair, and they need to pay for it." Trump denied plans for military action but emphasized economic pressure as his strategy. He promised to turn the economy around very quickly and declared the arrival of America's golden age. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau firmly rejected Trump's ideas, stating there is no chance Canada will become part of the United States. On social media, Trudeau defended the strong trade and security partnership between the nations. Trump, who had a strained relationship with Trudeau during his first term, continues to promote his controversial idea, drawing mixed reactions from both sides of the border. President-elect Donald Trump recently requested the U.S. Supreme Court to delay his sentencing in a New York State hush money case. Trump, who was convicted of 34 felony counts related to falsifying business records, is scheduled to be sentenced soon. His lawyers asked the court to temporarily block the proceedings before his inauguration. Trump's legal team argued that as president-elect, he should be immune from criminal proceedings during the transition period. They sought to pause the sentencing to prevent harm to the presidency and the federal government's operations. Trump's attorneys also requested the New York Court of Appeals to intervene, but the state court had not received filings from them. The case stems from a scheme to reimburse a $130,000 hush money payment made before the 2016 election. Trump became the first former president to be convicted of crimes when a jury found him guilty in May. Despite his legal battles, Trump remains focused on preparing for his second term. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Germany and France recently warned President-elect Donald Trump against using force to take control of Greenland. In a statement, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz expressed that European leaders were confused by Trump's comments, stressing that borders should never be moved by force. France's Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot echoed these concerns, reaffirming Europe's commitment to international law. Trump had suggested using economic or military force to seize Greenland, a Danish territory. Denmark responded by emphasizing the importance of dialogue and rejecting any threats of force. The Danish Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen downplayed the idea of Greenland becoming part of the US, stressing that Greenland had its own ambitions, including potential independence. Greenland's Prime Minister Mutteby Egede confirmed that Greenland is not for sale and stated that the island is focused on its path to independence. Meanwhile, Trump's son Donald Trump Jr. visited Greenland to explore opportunities related to its natural resources. In the future, Danish officials plan to meet with the US to discuss security concerns, especially with Greenland's growing geopolitical importance. Out-of-control wildfires in Los Angeles County recently killed 2 people and forced around 80,000 residents to evacuate. Fires ravaged areas like Pasadena, Silmer, and Pacific Palisades, fueled by strong Santa Ana winds and dry conditions. By morning, bulldozers cleared paths for evacuees as fire officials worked to contain the blazes. Los Angeles Fire Chief Anthony Marrone confirmed the deaths and warned of continued danger from the fires. Local firefighters received help from neighboring counties as well as from other states. California Governor Gavin Newsom, along with President Joe Biden, offered federal aid. The Pacific Palisades neighborhood, home to 23,000 people, saw more than 1,000 homes destroyed. No additional deaths were reported, but many residents and firefighters were injured. Firefighters battled the Eaton and Hearst fires, while authorities also made arrests for looting. The wildfires severely impacted Los Angeles, forcing the closure of major attractions, schools, and some parts of the city due to hazardous air conditions. Governor Kathy Hochul announced that up to $2 million would be available to support suicide prevention and wellness programs for veterans and uniformed personnel, including law enforcement, firefighters, emergency medical staff, corrections officers, and emergency dispatchers. This funding is part of the CARES Up initiative administered by the New York Office of Mental Health Suicide Prevention Center of New York. The program, which provides $30,000 per year for 2 years to participating agencies, helps increase suicide prevention efforts and mental wellness initiatives. Governor Hochul doubled the funding for the program in the 2025 state budget to $2 million annually, expanding eligibility to include emergency dispatchers. Agencies and organizations work with experts to implement training on resiliency, suicide prevention, and peer support. The funding also supports veterans organizations, promoting the social welfare of service members transitioning back to civilian life after their service. Now it's time for global updates. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum addressed concerns about fentanyl production following President Donald Trump's recent tariff threat. Sheinbaum stated that Mexico is not the sole source of fentanyl, as most chemical precursors come from Asia, while fentanyl production occurs in the US and Mexico. She emphasized that the laboratories dismantled in Mexico have primarily been involved in methamphetamine production. Sheinbaum confirmed Mexico's commitment to tackling illegal drug trafficking, noting several major fentanyl seizures in recent weeks, including a record-breaking bust of over a ton of fentanyl pills. While acknowledging concerns about fentanyl, she pointed out that the issue in Mexico is not as widespread as in the US, where fentanyl has caused thousands of overdose deaths. Trump, set to begin his second term on January 20, 2025, threatened 25% tariffs on Mexican exports if the country fails to curb drug and migrant flows. The US DEA has linked Mexican cartels like the Sinaloa cartel to the fentanyl crisis. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. China accused Taiwan's ruling Democratic Progressive Party of exaggerating claims about a damaged subsea telecom cable. Taiwan said it is investigating a Chinese-owned cargo ship, Shenzhen 39, suspected of damaging the cable northeast of the island by dragging its anchor. China's Taiwan Affairs Office spokesperson Chen Binhua said the DPP had hyped the incident as a gray zone threat from the mainland, accusing them of using anti-China tactics. The remarks were broadcast by Chinese state media. In response, Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council defended its actions, saying the investigation is based on evidence and not related to any anti-China agenda. The damage was reported by Chunghua Telecom and affected the Trans-Pacific Express cable system. Taiwan's Coast Guard intercepted the Cameroon-flagged Shenzhen 39 last Friday to assist in the investigation. Tensions remain high between China and Taiwan, with disagreements over various issues, including maritime incidents like this. Around 400 foreign nationals were arrested in a large-scale raid conducted by the Philippine immigration authorities. The raid took place in a building in Manila where workers were allegedly involved in an online scam operation targeting victims from other countries. According to the Bureau of Immigration, the workers violated immigration laws and posed a significant threat to public safety. The authorities acted on intelligence reports indicating that the suspects were part of a network engaged in fraudulent online activities. Immigration officials highlighted the growing international concern over similar scams, particularly in parts of Asia. The Philippines government continues to tackle such operations, which are becoming a rising threat worldwide. Moving forward, authorities are focused on curbing online scams and ensuring stricter enforcement of immigration laws. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Bangladesh all-rounder Shakib Al Hasan has failed his second test for a suspected bowling action, sources confirmed. The test conducted in Chennai on December 21, 2024, followed a previous failure at Loughborough University in England. Shakib's bowling action had been reported by umpires during his time with Surrey County Cricket Club in September 2024. The Bangladesh Cricket Board had hoped to include Shakib in the squad for the upcoming Champions Trophy set to start in February 2025. However, this recent setback threatens his participation, as he will only be able to play as a batter unless he successfully clarifies his action in another test. Shakib is now suspended from bowling in international cricket under ICC regulations. The BCB is waiting for further updates, but Shakib's chances of being in the squad look uncertain unless his bowling action is cleared soon. Bangladesh's Champions Trophy campaign begins against India on February 20 in Dubai. Barcelona players Dani Olmo and Pau Victor were granted permission to play for the club temporarily, as confirmed by the Spanish Sports Council. The club had failed to register the duo before the deadline at the end of 2024, but received precautionary approval for them to play until a final ruling is made in their case against La Liga and the Spanish Football Federation. The CSD's decision suspends the ruling from La Liga and RFF, allowing Olmo and Victor to play while their appeal is ongoing. The missed Barcelona's Spanish Super Cup semi-final match against Athletic Bilbao but could feature in the potential final and upcoming matches, pending further decisions. Barcelona's efforts to secure new licenses for the players faced setbacks, but the club is now arguing for their registration due to meeting financial requirements. The CSD will make a final decision once the appeal process is concluded. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,213.88. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 47.54 points or 0.25%. Tokyo stock close price is 40,083.30. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 776.25 points or 1.97%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,229.64. The Shanghai index is increased by 22.72 points or 0.71%. Hong Kong stock close price is 19,447.58. The Hang Seng Index is decreased by 240.71 points or 1.22%. Bombay stock close price is 78,199.11. The Sensex Index is increased by 234.12 points or 0.30%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Biden says he thinks he could have beaten Trump in the 2024 election. Biden says a family is growing with arrival of great-grandchild. Trump shares controversial map showing Canada as part of the US. Trump asks Supreme Court to delay sentencing in New York hush money case. Germany and France warn Trump over Greenland control threat. Los Angeles wildfires kill 2 and displace thousands. Governor Hochul expands suicide prevention efforts for first responders and veterans with $2 million grant. Mexico president responds to Trump's fentanyl tariff threat. China criticizes Taiwan for overhyping subsea cable damage. Philippines arrests 400 foreign nationals in online scam operation. Shakib fails bowling action test again, challenging his Champions Trophy spot. And Dani Olmo and Paul Victor cleared to play for Barcelona temporarily. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.